Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We are back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today here, guys, we have yet again another episode of New Pickups. It is episode 83. We've got a lot of diversity in this episode. This one is going to be one of the best yet. Some really crazy figures in this one. Some figures that this may even be their only figure potentially in this video. Some of these figures here that we're going to show off today, as well as I always say, you know, the whole one and done thing. A lot of these figures we're going to show here today are probably going to be the one and done situation. I don't think we'll ever need another version of them in the collection. So it's nice to kind of put a stamp on certain things with this video. We're going to try to keep it short and sweet here, as we do have quite a few here on the chopping block today. And we're going to get right into it. We're going to jump right into it with what might not even be the most controversial figure in this video. And that's going to be really saying something. And it is none other than Legends of Professional Wrestling, PJ Polaco, otherwise known as Just Incredible. And guys, I say maybe the most controversial, maybe not, but as you all know, there's been a lot of talk going around with Just Incredible or PJ Polaco, however you want to put him in your fig fed, in your what gimmick, what name. And I will say, a lot of the light came to us, or we were exposed to the light, I should say, when Maven did that video with him. If you have not seen it, make sure you get over to Maven's YouTube channel. I mean, it's incredible. He's got an amazing channel in and of itself, but he did a video with PJ Polaco, again, Just Incredible, and it's very tough. I feel bad. I really do. Sometimes people just fall into a spiral of bad things, but he does not seem like he is making too many friends as of lately. So it is unfortunate, but this figure here, probably a one and done for me. I mean, if anything, I don't know. Would I get another Just Incredible figure if possible? I think there was maybe one that was done by TNA. I'm not sure. If not, I know there was an ECW one back in the day. However you say that, FSTOM or whatever those figures are. I never get the lettering right on those, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So, but this one here, very cool. Legends of Professional Wrestling. This is made by Figures Toy Company. Like I said, a great company, and one that it's so cool that it used to be down the street from my house right here in Rhode Island, but they are now based out of Florida from what it shows on their address, their shipping stuff. But here we go. PJ Polaco, I hate this town on the shirt. It's not a bad figure of them. These are more of, like I said before, the Jack style figures, Jack specific kind of style, but very cool. And they do have, some cool backings here. A little bit different on all of them as well. It's like here we have a very small cross sell, and on some of the others, it's a massive, list of figures that they've done, which I'm assuming is as they produce them, they continued to add to it. But very cool. A very cool figure that you probably, like I said, might only need one in your collection. So that one right there, probably going to be a one and done for me. At least I would say. Up next, another one that, again, this will definitely be a one and done for me. I don't think I will ever need another version of this figure in the collection. Let's see if we can do this without making a mess here. Let's see. Can we do this without making a mess here? We got stuff going everywhere. Like I said, we got a whole stack of these here today. But another one and done for me. Legends of Professional Wrestling yet again. And that is going to be really the theme with this video. Scott Norton. I don't think I'm ever going to need another figure of Scott, but this is great. Nice to add to the collection. Cool soft goods on there. Again, these are more of those Jack style bodies. And, they're generic, but they're still fun and they're enjoyable. So Scott Norton, happy to add him to the collection. And if we spin this one around, how does it show back here? Yeah, see, there's a little bit of a difference back here. You got all these guys that they're showing off. All of these down here as well are all individual figures that they've done out of the Rising Stars or Rising Stars of Wrestling. And up here, these are the Legends of Professional Wrestling. But very cool all the way around. And a lot of great names back there. Like I said, some that we're probably never going to see in another toy line. So it's very cool to be able to have those there and continue to collect some of these one-offs. Up next, another one, a major talent of WCW back in the day. This figure, I will say, looks absolutely crazy as far as the cartoonish effect that it has, but it is none other than Alex Wright, and this, again, Legends of Professional Wrestling. Another cool figure, the jacket that's on it, very well done. But if you do look at this head scan, we'll try to get that close for you. I mean, it is very cartoonish. I mean, it actually doesn't look as bad on camera, but it's very cartoonish in person. I mean, they did a great job with it. As you can see, like the picture here, he's got that little, strand of hair going in the front, kind of like a Scott Hall deal. And they did capture that very well in this head scan. So a great job. I mean, no doubt about that, but definitely a very cartoonish style figure, if you ask me. But very cool nonetheless. Like I said, again, these are a lot of one and done figures. Once they're in the collection, you don't really need them again. So, and again, the back with that major cross cell on it. Very, very cool, though. Very cool. Another one here. A guy definitely taken from us way too soon. Imagine where he would be and imagine the things he could have done in professional wrestling if things were to have gone differently. Talking about none other than the late, great Chris Candido. And this figure, again, where do you go and get a Chris Candido figure? I don't think there is another one. I could look very, very hard through eBay. I'm sure there's customs out there. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff. But again, Chris Candido, very happy to add him to the collection. It's probably going to be a one and done here for me as well. And hey, either way, like I said, these are all great figures in their own right, and it's just nice to add some of these guys to the collection as we spin it around to the back. And again, that same cross cell. And as they added to these figures, you get more and more within these some of these packages. I think there's a whole nother row on some of these other ones that we'll be showing. So as we continue to go through them, we will see. Now we're talking about controversial figures. We're talking about controversial people. There is nobody that is controversy like this man right here, and that is none other than Vince Russo. And I know some of you guys are probably going crazy right now. Didn't even know this figure existed, and you're ready to go out and get it. And of course, again, leather jacket, the pants on it, it's all soft goods. It's a really, really nice figure. Again, I mean, is the head scan perfect? No, it's not perfect. They definitely did a good job in certain aspects, maybe not the best in others, but I am extremely excited again to add something like this to the collection because, I mean, Vince Russo, definitely a name that will forever live on in professional wrestling one way or the other. And as we spin this around to the back, it'll show you a little bit more. Back here, he's got the Russo shirt underneath, which is underneath that jacket. You just can't see it in this one, unfortunately. And again, we have that cross cell back there, as we already have seen now on the rest of these. We continue, and trust me when I say controversy, this is the whole theme of this episode at this point with many of these figures. And who else can it be other than maybe one of the craziest men to ever step foot in a wrestling ring? It is New Jack. And this right here, this New Jack, it is the bloody variant. And the reason why I'm going to keep this one and sell the regular version of him is I do expect that we are going to get a New Jack figure potentially made by Mattel. I don't know. I'm really, wishful thinking on it. And I guess if we don't hear anything about it over the next, I would say maybe year or so, if we don't see a New Jack figure, I will then probably keep the other version if I haven't sold it already. But we do have the other version of this New Jack. It'll be going up on MERCARI, and it is the regular version, not bloody. So this bloody variant will stay in the collection. And even if we do see a New Jack in Mattel, I'm sure they're not going to make it look like this, so this one will probably still stick around no matter what. But very cool here. New Jack, one of the craziest guys to ever do it. He does come with some barbed wire as an accessory. It's tucked behind him. Again, we got soft goods on him, the camo pants, the muscle shirt there. It's very, very cool, and I'm glad that they do that with all these figures. It makes it just a little bit more, I don't know, just a little bit more unique. Like I said, these are very one-off style figures, and it is so cool to add them to the collection. Up next, we have the only era that I've gotten out of this whole package, and as you can see here, if we show this, we got none other than Mikey Whipwreck, and as you look at him here, he actually has the back of the card where the front of the card should be, and the front of the card is in the back, and these get sealed by these zip ties that have the Figure Toy Company logo on them, as you can see there. And so I don't know if I really want to open this to change it around. It's not really a big deal. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit different. But again, it is what it is. These are one-off things. I'm sure occasionally you're going to run into this issue, but these figures are great nonetheless for what they are. This figure, so cool. I mean, the shirt itself, iconic to Mikey's character. It looks just like him. At least I would say, my opinion, I think it looks really good as far as a figure. And also, too, this did have a bloody variant because we know he used to get the absolute shit beaten out of him. And let's just be honest. I mean, he probably left that ring more times bloody than he did without. So we do have the bloody variant of this. That will be up on the MERCARI as well. So you guys can check that out there if you'd like. And as always, the MERCARI link is in the comments in the description of this video. Mikey Whipwreck, though, how cool is that? You know, what a time to to be getting figures, right? Now, up next, let's see, who do we want to go with first here? Because there's a little bit of a backstory with it, and we're gonna have to probably tell it the best way we can, right? You know, how do you tell this story? Well, it all starts with one Steven Richards, and was watching his podcast and his YouTube channel. And as the times have just continued to go on and on, I know that we're not going to get certain figures. So I started with buying the BWO Steven Richards, or Stevie Richards, that was out of the ECW Jax series there. And it was a great figure. It is a great figure. And we just showed it off in one of the recent new pickups videos. With that, you got to have all members of BWO, right? So with Stevie Richards, Big Stevie Cool, you got to have the Blue Meanie. And the Blue Meanie here, unfortunately, his pants are falling off. He's looking like a fool with his pants on the ground. And it is what it is. What are you going to do? You can see these gaps in the arms there. It's not the best quality of figures. Like I said, I mean, they're cool. They're fun to collect. This right here is the variant because there is another Blue Meanie in this set. And I liked this one better. I thought this one was a little bit more... just what I liked personally, and it was also the variant, so I was like, well, you know what, we'll keep that, we'll add that to the collection. And this Blue Meanie, it's cool, it's definitely nice to add it to the factions and getting those factions complete. Obviously, some of them are going to be, forever, never ending, unless you're going to make customs and do all that, or, maybe if we live another 100 years, which odds are that's not going to happen. But hey, you know what? We're going to keep on moving, right? We're going to keep on collecting and doing our thing. The Blue Meanie here getting added to the BWO, and he looks great. And if we spin this around to the back here, I think this is where they added that second row, or that fourth row, I should say. A lot of figures to be shown on the back here. All these down below on the cross sell. All these through here. A lot of great names. And like I said, names that you're not going to probably see elsewhere. So excited again to put the Blue Meanie into the collection and add him to the BWO. But now that means we got Big Stevie Cool. We got the Blue Meanie. And now we need Nova. But it may not be Nova as BWO, but at least it is something. We've got Nova right here. And Legends of Professional Wrestling again, capping off the Legends figures here. Nova looking great, and excited again to add this to the collection. This figure actually looks really good. They did a good job on it. I would love to have him in more of a BWO attire. Who knows? Maybe we'll buy another one of these down the road and try to customize one. I think it would be fun. Definitely it'd be a good time. We'll get him all blued out and put some paint on it, whatever. Make it what we need it to be. So, but Nova here, looking fantastic, and I'm so glad to add him to the collection with the rest of these, as they are just, like I said, very one-off figures. And even though I would say one and done, this one here is maybe the only exception to that rule. And, well, I shouldn't say the only exception, obviously. There's a couple maybe throughout this line that there would be a reason to buy another figure, or a reason to buy them as another figure in another gimmick, or what, however you want to word it, and even in another toy line. And that's where I come in with this one. We've got Nova, but we also have Simon Dean. And as you guys already know, or if you don't, now you do, Nova is Simon Dean. So Simon Dean, originally Nova, back in those ECW days, back in those early days of his career, and then he turned into Simon Dean, of course, the Simon System, a WWE guy, if I had ever seen one, definitely a creation of none other than Vince McMahon, if I would have to guess. But how cool is that here? We got Nova on the left, we got Simon Dean on the right, so very cool. Like I said, possibly we need to get another Nova in the future and make ourselves a custom NWO, a custom BWO Nova. But until then, we will have to just see how things go. Of course, guys, as always, if you've been here with me for 82 previous episodes, I thank you so much for watching all of these. If this is your first time, I appreciate you being here, which means you got to get over to the channel. You got to hit that subscribe button. You got to hit the bell icon if you want to follow me and see my videos every day, because, of course, we're dropping videos each and every single day. And as always, you can get the link to the MERCARI and all that other good stuff in the comments and in the description of this video, so make sure you check it out. From myself, for all the figures that you have seen here today, until the next video, until the next new pickups, I will definitely be there. Will you? I hope so. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you there. Till the next one, guys, stay safe and stay tuned.